Calvin Castine at the Bowl Mart Lanes, just outside of beautiful downtown Rouse's Point. Temperature outside is about 20 degrees. It's the 14th day of January 2011. Landon Gosling starts off action with the strikes. And we have Liam McGoldrick for the Cougars and James DeGento for the Ticonderoga Sentinels. Over here, it's Cassie McKee for the Lady Sentinels. It's Ticonderoga at Northeastern CVAC Varsity Bowling. There's Chris Coates. He picks off 7 pins. That'll get us to Corey Ahern. He'll pick off a bunch and suffering an open in the first frame was Cassidy McKee. There's Coates going for his spare. He will pick it up nicely. Schreier going for his spare, and over on the left, it's Ahern going for his spare, and Schreier on our left. Ahern picks up his spare. Megan Schreier gets about 7 pins. Now we have the 7th grader, Matt Jolico, who led the team the last time we were here. He starts it off with a strike, and John Crossman gets 5 pins. Golden finally got her ball back, and she picks up her spare. Schreier going for her spare. The bus from Ty was a little late getting here, so we're going to have a very brief. Joey Robert gets 7 pins. And a spare for Ahern. Actually, that was Crossman. And Sarah Adams getting 8 pins. Ty bus was late getting here, so we're going to be having a very abbreviated event today. We got Plattsburgh High School basketball to cover at Northeastern. Robert picks up his spare. Bevins gets 7 on her first ball. Here's Adams. Adams misses her spare, and a strike for Chris Bennett for Ticonderoga on our right. Here's Kyle Siebert, and an open for Bevins. 9 pins for Brianna Smith. O'Connor up for Ticonderoga gets a strike. That's Dakota O'Connor. Siebert going for his spare. He will pick it up. Mercedes Alcott gets a strike. And Smith will cover his spare. This is the girls team and the boys A. James DeGento up for Ty in the second frame. Goslin going for the Cougars. Goslin leads the 10 pin. Janelle Menard gets 9, and over on our far left, Jordan McKee gets 7 pins with her first ball in the first frame. DeGento going for his spare, and McKee, McKee gets her 2 McKees, Jordan and Cassidy. And Jordan misses hers, but O'Connor gets his. Here's Goslin going for his spare, and he will miss it. Now we have Corey Ahern. And he gets 7 on his first ball. The bowlers for the Cougars on the girls, it's Aaliyah McGoldrick, Sarah Adams, Brianna Smith, Janelle Menard, and Katie Hawksby. The A boys is Landon Goslin, Chris Coates, Matt Joliker, Joey Robert, and Kyle Siebert. Here's Coates getting 6 pins. The B team for the Cougars includes Aaron Misek, Mark Furman, Bruce Bernard, Morgan Wyatt and Josh Frenier. There's Menard going for her spare. Oh, but not quite enough. Coates going for his. He picks it up, and we have Crossman. Pushes it to the right. And bring up Hawksby and McGoldrick. Hawksby. It's 7 pins to start the 7th frame. The 2nd frame. Jolliker bowling on our right. It's 8 pins. McGoldrick picked up about 5, and Hawksby will pick up her spare. For the Sentinels, Cassidy McKee, Megan Schreier, Carrie Bevins, Mercedes Alcott, and Jordan McKee are the lady bowlers. Jolliker misses the 7 pin. McGoldrick misses her spare. McKee gets 3 pins. Bennett gets 9 in his first ball. James DeGanto, Corey Ahern, John Crossman, Chris Bennett, and Dakota O'Connor are the A-team bowlers for the Sentinels. There's Robert leaving the 5 pin. Adams, it's a strike. Bennett had double wood there, so I didn't see that back pin. So he leaves the 8 pin. There's McKee. And she leaves a 1-3-6. We have Robert picking up his spare, and Brianna Smith getting 9 in her first ball. O'Connor for the Sentinels gets a strike. It's a double for him. Schreier for Ticonderoga leaves the 5 pin. There's Siebert. He leaves just the 6 pin. Just barely missing her spare was Brianna Smith. Now when we get to the start of the 3rd frame for the boys, as Siebert is wrapping up the 2nd frame, there's a gutter ball for Schreier. Siebert misses his spare. Menard gets 7 pins, and Goslin leaves the 6-10. Brings up Bevins for Ticonderoga. She leaves the 3-6. Menard gets 8 pins for the frame. Oop. Goslin misses here. I was just trying to zoom in. My camera was a little lower than I thought. I was trying to zoom in on the pins that DeGanto left. He's left a little pile there to get 3 and 2. I forget if Jim Tierney called that a Greek church or something along those lines. He missed them all. Hawksby up for the Cougars. He leaves a 7 pin. There's Coates for the Cougars, and he leaves the 6-10. Alcott for Ty and Ahern about the bowl. Alcott leaves the 5 pin. Ahern leaves the 6-10. And we have Hawksby going for the 7. Once he picks it up. We will try if the A's and girls get done before the B's. We'll try to get a little bit of the B's before we leave. Cokes misses his spare. Alcott misses her spare, and Ahern picks up his. Here's McKee picking off 6 pins. Jolliker for the Cougars. And Jolliker leaves a 1-2. Crossman for Ty. And McKee for Ty. Crossman gets a 6. And Jordan McKee got 7 for the frame. There's Cassidy McKee. Meanwhile, Joliker picks up his spare. Crossman did not get his. McKee did not get hers. Schreier bowling in the 3rd frame. Just a strike. Joey Robert with a strike. Bennett. Bennett with a strike. McGoldrick who is starting the 3rd for the Cougars. Gets a strike. Siebert, the anchor bowler for Northeastern A team, rides the rail and ends up with 5 pins. We got Bevins on our left, O'Connor on our right. Bevins gets 6 pins, O'Connor gets 9, leaving the 4 pin. We have Adams for Northeastern. And Adams, looks like there's just 3 left there. Now we have Siebert. Siebert just 9 for the frame. O'Connor misses his spare. And Schreier misses hers. Actually, that was Bevins missing her spare. Adams misses her spare. So we're starting the 4th for the A team for the boys. Landon Goslin. It's 8 pins, leaves the 4-7. Alcott and Giganto. Alcott gets 6 pins, Giganto gets 8. And Smith with a strike. Goslin going for his spare. He will miss both of them. We got Giganto looking for the 4-7 and Alcott looking for a bunch of them. Alcott gets 3 of them. Giganto gets his spare. There's Menard for the Cougars. Ooh, the 4-7-10. Now we have Cokes for Northeastern. Strike for Chris Cokes. And McKee gets 7. Jordan McKee. Menard will get the goes for the wood. Ahern gets looks like 8 pins in his first ball. Joliker up now for Northeastern. Joliker leaves the 4-7 and McKee misses her spare. Oxby want to touch hands. The bowling thing. Look at an opener for Crossman. Joliker picks up his spare. Here's Crossman. It was open for Ahern, not for Crossman. Here's Crossman with a strike. Here's McGoldrick for Northeastern. Double for McGoldrick. Oxby going for 10 pin, will miss it by a bunch. Now we have Joey Robert. Roberts leaves the 6-8-10. Bennett. And Bennett with a strike. I'll bring up the lead bowler for Ty, Cassidy McKee. She gets 7 pins. Robert misses his spare. Adams up in lane 11. Gets 7 on her first ball. Here's O'Connor. And he gets another strike. That's a triple for him. I believe, maybe not. maybe not 3 in a row. Here's Siebert getting 8 pins. McKee's ball goes in the gutter. Adams picks up her spare. Goslin starting the 5th frame. He gets 7 pins. We have Schreier and Siebert. Siebert will get 9 for the frame. Schreier gets about 4, I think, on her first ball. Here's Smith. Smith will ride the rail and just pick off about, whoa! We got 9 pins with that ball. She's a grinning. And near getting a strike. There's Landon Goslin getting a spare. Schreier and Giganto. Giganto gets 7. Schreier gets about 5 for the frame, I guess. Is Smith picking up her spare. Pokes up for the Cougars. He leaves the 9 pin. Giganto now going for a spare. We have Menard over on our left. Giganto misses his spare. Menard leaves the 6 pin. Bevins up for Ticonderoga. And Bevins will get some more action off that. It's a friendly lane. There's Cokes picking up his spare. Just nipping their pin was Menard. There's Ahern. Ahern will pick up the spare. There's Bevins going for her spare. And she'll get a field goal out of it. 3-pointer, Joliker on our right. And we got Hoxby on our left and Crossman on our right. Crossman gets a strike. Double wood left for Hoxby. We have Olcott. Joliker's got the 3-6 to get. Olcott leaves 3 pins. Joliker going for his spare. He will miss it. And Hoxby misses the double wood. Here's Bennett for Ticonderoga. And Bennett gets all but the 3-6. Olcott now. She's got double wood there, so she got, doesn't matter, she missed them all. There's Joey Robert. And Robert looks like the 5-6-10. Bennett going for his spare, will miss the front one. McKee with a K, not a G. McKee, not McGee. Leaves the 2-4-5. Another McKee misses everything. Robert will do a good job, but not quite good enough. Doesn't pick up the spare. Good effort though. There's O'Connor getting 6 pins. McKee going for his spare. She will pick it up. Siebert up for the Cougars. And he leaves a 7 pin. McKee and O'Connor. O'Connor picks up his spare. McKee gets, looks like 8 pins. Now we have McGoldrick for Northeastern. And McGoldrick will get about 6. Siebert will miss his spare. Schreier on our left, Goslin on our right. And Goslin picks up the strike. Schreier got 5 pins. We got Giganto. We're in the 6th frame for the boys. Giganto with a strike. Cokes up for the Cougars. Schreier for Ticonderoga. Schreier will have it open. Coates gets 6 pins on his first ball here in the 6th frame. Ahern up for Ticonderoga. There's the 3-6.
Nice ball, John! That's 3. Yeah, that's 3 down here.
Coates. Coates gets 8 for the frame. Bevins. That's the official Roy Clark cheer. You get 3 in a row, you get a Roy Clark cheer. There's Joliker. Joliker gets 7. McGoldrick. McGoldrick picks up his spare. Here's Crossman, he strikes. Bevins going for her spare. She's got 4 pins to get, and she gets half of them. Give her 8 for the frame. Joliker gets 8. Gets a 9. Excuse me, 9. Adams gets a strike. Bennett. Bennett gets 6 pins in his first ball. Alcott on our left. And Roberts on our right. Alcott gets 9. And Robert leaves a 7. Alcott left the 6. Smith for the strike. Bennett going for his spare. And he picks it up. Now we have Alcott going after the 6 pin. She will miss it. Menard for the Cougars. Leaves just a 9 pin. Robert going after that 7 pin, and he hangs on. Rides the rail all the way down. O'Connor for the strike, and McKee gets 7 pins. Menard, another one of those thin slicers. She likes those. Siebert gets 9 pins. Here's McKee. McKee will pick him up. Yep, she got them all. Nice job. We got Hawksby and we got Siebert. Siebert missed his spare. Hawksby leaves the 6-10 in her first ball. Goslin now starting the 7th frame. Girls are still in the 5th. Goslin gets 8 pins. DeJanto up on our right. This is McGoldrick. And she leaves 1-10. DeJanto throws his in the gutter. Hawksby gets 9 for the frame. There's Goslin in the gutter.
All right, Landon. Take it off.
McGoldrick. A baby split. It's 9 for the frame. McKee and DeJanto. McKee gets a spare, so you get a 10-pin spare. DeJanto looks like she, I don't know what she did. I was watching the other guy. Coates gets a strike. Adams gets a pin. Ahern up for tie. There's 6 pins. McKee leaves just the 5 pin. There's Joliker on our right. Strike for Joliker and spare for Adams. We have Ahern going for his spare. He will leave a 10 pin. Schreier will get 6. Smith working on a strike. Gets 8 pins. Run up Robert. Robert gets 9 pins. Crossman gets a strike. There's Smith as Smith gets 9. The tie bowler Schreier missed her spare. Robert got his spare. Bevins. Then I think got a strike. Bernard left the 10 pin. Siebert leaves the 4-10. O'Connor up for Ticonderoga. Leaves one a 3 and 2 here is Bevins. And Menard. Menard gets 9 for the frame, as does Siebert. O'Connor. 8 for the frame for O'Connor. There's Olcott. Goslin get a strike. Hawksby gets 9 pins. DeJanto gets a strike. We're in the 8th. The 8th frame for the boys. Still in the 6th for the girls. There's Olcott. It's 9 for the frame. O'Connor. It's now only up to 7 pin. Hawksby missed her spare. There's Ahern. Ahern with a strike. And McKee gets a strike. Coates up for Northeastern. McKee gets 8 pins. Boston gets 8 pins. Goldrick up. Cokes will miss his spare. Goldrick starting the 7th. Lays the 6, 7, 10. McKee going for her spare. Pick it up. So what do we have? Oh, we can't have time to look here. The gutter ball. Let's see what we got for totals here. We got 680, 708, so it's close in the boys. Joliker gets about 4 pins. Goldrick will put hers in the gutter. Schreier and Bennett. On the girls' side is 663 to 525. So Northeastern will appear to be a healthy lead. Joliker picks up her spare. Adams gets 7 pins. Bennett going for his spare. Schreier going for hers. Bennett gets his spare, as does Schreier. Now here's Adams going for hers. And we'll have Robert stepping up for Northeastern for the boys. Adams missed it. Robert gets a strike. O'Connor finishing up the 8th with a strike. And we have Bevins. He leaves the 2-5. Here's Smith. We got Siebert leaving the 2-7. Bevins picks up her spare. Smith missed hers by an inch. Siebert with a tough one. Good try by Siebert. Now Goslin starting the 9th for Northeastern, and Goslin will leave the 3-pin to Janto and Alcott. Alcott gets 7 pins. DeJanto with a strike, and Menard with a strike. There's Goslin going after his spare. He will pick it up by a hair. Ahern on our right, Alcott on our left. There's Hawksby. Pokes for the Cougars. Pokes gets 9. And a strike over here for McKee for the Sentinels. There's Ahern going for his 10-pin. He will pick it up. Hawksby has a bunch of them. He left just the 3-pin standing. Cokes. Double wood, so he gets just the front one. Crossman over on the right gets 8 pins, leaves double wood. Magolda gets 7 pins. She's leaves the 2-4-5. Joliker up for Northeastern. And the youngster strikes. There's McKee. Leaves a wiggling 10. And Crossman also leaves a pin. Goldberg leaves 2. Robert up for the Cougars. There's the 2-4-7. Bennett. Bennett with a strike. 9th frame for the boys. So very shortly we'll be concentrating on the A boys because they'll be wrapping up their scores. Adams gets 7 pins. Robert gets 8 for the frame. O'Connor up for the Sentinels. Leaves the 2-5. McKee misses her spare. We have Siebert and Adams. Adams gets 9 for the frame. Siebert leaves, looks like it's 2-3-9 maybe. O'Connor picks up his spare. Schreier leaves a 7-pin. Smith for the Cougars. It's about 5, and picking up his spare was Siebert. So they will start their 10th for the boys. So we'll miss a ball or 2 for the girls here, so we get the totals for the boys. There's Goslin. He gets 9 pins. Schreier gets, I think, 9 pins. Smith gets 5. DeJanto gets maybe 6 or 7 on his first ball in the 10th. Goslin open for a fill ball, picks up his spare. Bevins gets a few. Menard gets a strike. DeJanto needs a spare to get a fill ball. He will miss the spare. So DeJanto is finished. He gets a 157. Here's a fill ball for 145 for Goslin. Ahern up now. Ahern with a strike. The girls are waiting here, Bevins and Hawksby. Bevins gets a nice spare. Hawksby up. And a strike for Hawksby. There's Ahern. This is his fill ball. And he gets 9 with his fill ball. Alcott on our left, Cokes on our right. Cokes his first ball in the 10th. He leaves the 3-10. Alcott missed everything. McKee up for Ty on our left. And Ahern, I guess he has 2 fill balls. He misses that one, so his first game is done. There's Cokes. He does not pick up a spare. Good effort. Alcott. Let's check the scores now. Corey Ahern got a 165 and a 132 for Christopher Cokes. Now Joliker up for Northeastern. And meanwhile, Crossman got 8 pins in his first ball. Joliker with a strike. McKee and Schreier bowling for the girls. We'll catch up with the girls. They're still in the 8th frame, so we got a lot more to watch for the girls here. Well, Crossman is done. Joliker going for his first fill ball after getting the strike. And he leaves a 1, 2, 4. Bennett gets 9 pins. So 159 for Crossman. Goldrick bowling for the Cougars. He knocks them all down, and Joliker ends his first game. Joliker a 168. Adams up for Northeastern. And we got Robert for the boys, starting his 10th. Adams gets a strike. Robert gets a strike. O'Connor. He's a 7-10. What an opportunity. He's the first one ever to get a 7-10 on hometown cable. Let's see, we had another guy finish up here, 172 for Chris Bennett. Double pinochle for Smith. Robert gets 6 pins. Oh, nice try there by O'Connor. O'Connor got a 170. Team total of 921. Cougars are at 890. It's going to come down to those last 2 bowlers. Smith misses. Robert. Let's see what Robert got. A 160. 893. To a 920. The pressure is on Siebert. Leaves a 139. If he can pick up the spare, they'll have a good shot here. Well, it's going to come down. Here's going for the spare. He's got to pick this up. He does. Kyle Siebert, the anchor bowler. This is when that pressure gets on you. 9-10. A strike would tie it. A strike would tie it in this first game here. And it comes up just a little shy, good shy. For Siebert, I'm not sure what he got, what his total was. That's the problem with this scoreboard here. When you have an open on the last ball, you get this. There we go. A 116 and a 160 for Robert. The girls have held up here. There's been a missing ball, I think. They are just in their 9th frame. I think McGoldrick is starting the 10th. McGoldrick, 5 and 1 above. The B boys are wrapping up. There's Menard in the 9th for the Cougars. Strike. Good foundation going into the 10th frame. This is her spare, so her first game is over. Give her a 139. Now we have Hawksby. Leaves the 610. Adams. Leaves a 136. Hawksby has an open going into the 10th. Adams up. Picks up her spare. 863, 713, so the Cougars girls will take their first game. And McKee gets 7 pins in her first ball in the 10th. Adams, 9 pins. I think that was a 145. I don't know. We'll see. We got McKee missing her spare. Cassidy McKee, give her a 99. Adams got a 147. 147. Smith up for the Cougars. Leaves a 10 pin. Schreier up for Ticonderoga. Leaves a 10 pin. She said it looked like so much fun, I want to do it. So she did. Smith. This is her spare. We'll give her a 127 with Schreier. In the gutter. We'll give her a 104. Yep, 104. And we got Menard. Menard knocked off about 3. Bevins up for the Sentinels. And Bevins leaves the 6-10. Fair for Menard.
All right, good ball.
There's Bevins.
Come on, Kyle.
Misses it. Menard with her fill ball. And gets the strike. I'll give her 167, which is the team high up to this point. Olcott. Olcott gets a strike. Menard. Here's the picket fence, the 1-3-6-10. There's Olcott. He's looking to break triple digits here. It's 7. Oxby gets 8 for the frame. Give her the 117. Team total of 928. Olcott needs the pins. She gets 2 more. We'll give her a 105, which is the high for her team, except for Jordan McKee, who is about to bowl. McKee avoids the split. Working on an open. Also got a 142 right now. And she'll get a fill ball. We're going to go over to the boys B here in a moment. Waiting for McKee to throw her last ball. And we'll have to quickly get to that once she gets a strike. And she gets 9. 153, we saw it there. Now we're going to just take a look at the B boys before we hit the road. Started late. We've got Plattsburgh High School at Northeastern basketball starting in about 40 minutes at the high school, so we cannot stay long enough to get the completion of this B game, but we'll try to get every one of the bowlers. That was the guy who bowls ahead of Swinton. That was Foreman. And now we have Swinton. Swinton leads the 5-pin. And we have Cougars. There's Swinton. Swinton will miss the spare. Again, one time around for the B-boys, and we're out of here. So our apologies, but we do what we can. And if we don't get to the basketball court in a timely manner, we're struggling to find a place. We've lost some bleacher space, and we're putting the new bleachers. Frazier. See, for the Bees, let's see, Connor Bruce, Billy Corman, Shane Swinton, Cole Frazier, and Joe Johns are the Sentinels. And open there for Sherman. Here's Frazier. And he gets 8 for the frame. Aaron Misek, Mark Furman, Bruce Bernard, Morgan Wyatt, and Josh Frenier for the Cougars. Here's Bruce Bernard for Northeastern. And we got John for the Sentinels. Leaves a 1-2. Bernard. There's John. There's the 3-6-10. 1-3 here for Furman. And he picks up his spare. There's Johns. And Johns picks up his spare. There's Morgan Wyatt for the Cougars. Wyatt gets 6 pins on his ball in the third frame here in the second game. Wyatt picks up his spare. And he gets this to Josh Frenier. Strike for Frenier. He's a little slow getting up here. He should have been starting that second frame already. He's finally on his feet. And they'll get Connor Bruce up to tie. There's Misek. Misek leaves just the head pin. There's Bruce. This gets 7. Misek. Misek gets 9 pins. Here's Bruce. Bruce gets 8 for the frame. Furman for the Cougars. We're gonna catch Corman and we're gonna leave. There's Furman. He gets 9 pins. Now we have Corman. Corman was just wrapping up when we started the B-boys, so we'll give him a full shot here. He gets 6 pins. Furman. This is his spare. Corman. And Corman will miss his spare. So that's going to wrap it up from the Bowl Mart. We've been watching Northeastern Clinton with Ticonderoga visiting. As I said, Ty got here a little late, and we had to leave early as it was. So we're leaving a little bit earlier than we normally family, whatever. So thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting viewer-supported local television, hometown cable. TV worthy of your support, hometown cable.